If someone tells you that the sine of pi is equal to 0, if you've used the system of radians before, you would not be surprised. But if you've only ever used degrees, you might be like, what on earth is this? Radians are a different way to measure angles. So suppose this is a circle. This is the center of our circle. Let's cut out a little slice. So this is the radius of the circle over here. This is also the radius. This is angle theta at the center. So this angle theta over here is equal to 1 radian only when this arc length over here is also equal to the radius of the circle. So how do we convert from radians to degrees and the other way around? So pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. This is very important. 180 degrees is half a circle, right? And I would like you to remember this. And then from here, we can do derivations. Suppose you have x radians and you want to find out how many degrees this is. So we can start with this formula, right? And let's multiply both sides by x. Pi x radians is equal to 180x degrees. And we want to find x radians. So we divide both sides by pi. So right, pi and pi gets cancelled. So we get x radians is equal to 180 by pi into x degrees. Right, so you just put your number of radians x over here and you multiply it by 180 by pi and you get your answer. And now suppose you have y degrees and you want to find out how many radians it is. Let's go back to our original formula. 180 degrees equals to pi radians. And now let's multiply both sides by y. 180 y degrees is equal to pi y radians. And you just want the y degrees. So let's divide both sides by 180. So y, 180y divided by 180 is equal to pi y by 180 radians. And now you can cancel 180 and 180. So you get y degrees is equal to y into pi by 180 radians. So you just take your number of degrees and you multiply it by this number, pi by 180. And it is useful to memorize the conversion, but if you ever forget or if you get confused, don't panic. You can derive it on the spot as long as you remember that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. That's all you really need to know.